Y97, Pasha Pyro. Thank you for tuning. No replay. So, shout out to all the people that just pull inspiration from everywhere. Everywhere. To be able to do that, though, you got to know how vast everywhere is. So, today we're going to title this one Blind Topic. And I'm going to utilize an angle that's going to use the variable on drugs. And we're going to break down the word topic and show you how that's affecting your life and how you can improve from my perspective. So, the only war on drugs is you. Okay? I'm going to prove that in this video using one word, topic. So how do you feel? So stay with me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe. Hit the bell. You know, if you fit or if this is a fit for you. So how do you feel about drugs? How do you feel about quote unquote drug dealers? How do you feel about addicts? Right? Let me know. Let us know. Let's talk about it in the comments below. So, do you feel negative? Do you feel positive? What do you have to say about what's the first things that come to your mind when those topics are brought up, those titles are brought up? See, if I told you I felt positive, what would you say? Would you judge me? If I told you it was a positive thing to me? Let's take a look at what the word means. So, topic is an argument suitable for debate, right? Argument suitable for debate. That was the noun form. That was first. So, if we actually take a look at this, topic is an argument suitable for debate, but then you get into topical, which is of or pertaining to a place. Okay? So, if you look at a more general, modern definition of it, you'll see something along the lines of being of the current interest, related to, applied to, or affecting a localized area of the body. Now, when you hear that, being of interest, being of current interest, relating to, applied to, or affecting a localized area of the body, you have to then ask yourself, what is a body to you? A body of people, a body of knowledge. You see where I'm going? So topic is also the topical is said to be the of or arranged by or relating to particular topics. So topical is like current events, because there's a billion other things going on at the same exact time. But whatever has your focus at that precise moment is whatever your current event is at the time. So we feel good or bad or whatever emotion in reality. But let's say we feel good or we feel bad about things based on our current position, our current stance on things. And if you've been following me in this etymology journey, you'll know that the word attitude equates position. So what's your attitude towards drugs? What's your attitude towards a drug dealer? What's your attitude towards the quote unquote addict? See, that's the topic that becomes topical. Now, many of you know I'm a man of equations, not variables. And sometimes when you look at the whole equation, it may take you a while. It may take some time for you to see the big picture. I can show you one card. Let me not show you that card because it's not part of the point right now. But I can show you one card. But what does that tell you about the whole deck? A little bit. It's a topic that's topical. This one card is topical in relation to the deck. Now stay with me. I'm building this up for something for y'all. Okay? This is construction. This is alchemy. Welcome to YNet 7. I'm Pasha Pyro. Alright, so your attitude, your position, and then what are we looking for? Because what we see in any situation is a reflection of ourselves. Y'all, if you don't want to go any further in this video, I understand. Just subscribe for the next one. Give it a thumbs up. You appreciate. I respect you. But if you want to continue, here we go. So, what are we looking for when we are judging excuse me, others, right? For those who judge. Because whatever we see in any situation is only a reflection of ourselves. Hold on here, I'm working the tools. So, when you get to the point, in my opinion, where you can see a little more of the picture, you broaden the field of view. It's like now you're a satellite. Now you're a high up drone flying over the earth. You have a much bigger field of view on the topic. You might realize, or you might agree with me, that peace and joy controls all things. How? I mean, especially as what we interpret as our environment, peace and joy controls all things, because our environment is that of duality. Our environment is that of duality. And in the pursuit of peace and happiness, there's guaranteed to be war and pain. Once we look at the drug deal as economy, once we see the transaction as feeding the desire of life itself, you up here with your field of view. Maybe you're no longer looking like this. That's not how you look no more. That's not how you see. You know what I'm saying? You looking different when you see like this. What we talking about? We talking about blind topic. The only war on drugs is you. I'm building here. It's alchemy. Put molecules together. We almost there. So remember the emotion, desire. Remember we talked about the emotion, desire in the Life Vibe series. Okay, I forget which number it was in the series. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, tune into that replay. Get your feel of desire. You'll understand where we at right now. So remember the emotion, desire is the cause of every addiction. So what are the drug dealers addicted to? Is it the life, the money, the attention? Word. It dawned on me like the other day. I was watching the documentary on Duncan Hines, right? Not the cake people, the New York baller. You know what I'm saying? He played ball. You know, check his story out. It's on YouTube. His name is, I think it's Carlton Hines. And they called him Duncan Hines out of NY. So, but it hit me. You know how you be doing things, but something hits you at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And what hit me was in the documentary, even though I heard stuff like this probably 100 times, it took all of those prior 99 for this one to just be like. And it said in the documentary, he got to the point where, you know, he kind of left ball. I ain't gonna ruin it for you, but he stopped balling and he started hustling, like work, like, you know, product. So, and it got to the point where they were saying he went from making like $3,000 a day to 10 grand to 50 to 250,000 in a day. They were counting. Now you heard stories like this before. You know, I'm not saying the variables are exactly the same. Remember, you're talking to a dude that speaks in equations. My view is not like this, where I'm gonna say is focused on variables, because the whole equation is made up of a bunch of variables that form a graph of the infinity. So I don't really focus on any, you know, I don't attach to any one variable. My field of view is spacious. You know, this could be high up in space like a satellite. I know it's a image of a drone, but you know, again, I'm not into variables. The graph the picture, whatever you want to call it, represents a view from high above. Now you fill in the blanks on how high you want to be, and that'll determine how much you see. But I heard that point, and he said he was counting 250,000 a day. Now attitude means position. And I was like, the only way I can see myself, like how do you count 200? How many days do you have to count $250,000 before you satisfied your goal to move to the next level? Now, if you're doing something totally legit, your life, whatever, right? It would make sense that maybe you're gonna be in this position for a while, get what you need to get, and then once you get here, you can, you know what I'm saying? People donate to me for them to do logos for them, graphic designs, and brand strategies. Some of these people are starting businesses that's going to change their lives and their family's life with $500 in the bank, with $2,500 to their name. So the drug dealer is addicted to selling the drugs. The drug user has the emotion, the desire to use the drugs for whatever reason, the feeling, the attention they get for having a drug, whatever. For how long? Until they reach their next position in life, or their next attitude. So you got an argument that's suitable for debate based on your position, because your position determines your perspective. When you reach a certain perspective, the only thing that matters is the truth. It doesn't matter how you feel, because the truth is the drug. See, because there's a whole flow of money off of our emotional exchanges. See, now, remember, you started off here with your perspective. Like, I don't argue. I don't debate. I'm going to tell you what I know. I don't deal in beliefs. I'm only going to talk to you about what I know. or I'm going to tell you I don't know. Then you grow in your vision, field of vision, and you have a broader perspective. See, and what I love being, I am a different grade, right? What I love is that we're in a fractal universe, so to speak. It's a fractal existence. The more you focus on any one given point or topic in space and time, the more it expands. Which means if it's expanding, the more you look at it, how long can you look at it like this before you start to lose sight of what you were thought, of what you thought you were looking at? Whether it's a mountain on the horizon and the most picturesque photo on your Canon Rebel, or it's a topic of conversation, a point, a subject, the more you focus on it, the more it expands. So once you realize I be in space with this shit. There's a whole flow of money because of the exchange of human emotion. From the movement of peace and joy between people. Yeah, I'm going to put it together for you. It's coming together for you now. Some of y'all don't like that it feels this good because you feel some type of way about the thought of being addicted to this drug. That's all. So, the drug dealer is at his or her highest joy and peace when they re-up and they get to the safe spot and they're read up, just like the user is at their highest point of joy when they re-up and they get to the point where they're safe and ready to distribute to their body. See, the drug dealer's body is a body of people that he distributed into, and each body in that body distributes to their own body, if not meaning their body of people, then to their own body itself. Home body. You see what I'm saying? Like when you, I like talking to people because when I talk to people, I'm a Virgo. We're efficient. I don't like wasted energy. So when I talk to people, it's to learn. Even if I give an example, I'm learning your perspective. Big bank, big credit card, corporate America taught me that each person represents 60,000 plus people. At least. That's why these companies spend so much money on customer service and retention because, like I said earlier, money flows with the exchange of emotion. They want to exchange emotions with you. That's why you gotta be in control of your emotions. Because when your perspective is like this, you see differently than when you up here with it. And then when you go into space, look, come back here with me real quick. When you up this high, you still gotta take your time and go around and around, or let the world turn and move. If you only see in that square, you still gotta take your time to see the whole world. And you can get far away and the world be like this. You still gotta give it time to rotate on this axis so that you can say you looked at it all, because you can't see it from there, but you're looking at it. Because from that far, it's just a ball. You gotta get into it before you see the mountains, the valleys, the lakes, the rivers and oceans and people and animals. So are you zooming in on your topics, or are you zooming out? Are you tuned in or are you tuned out? Do you know what you're looking at when you see it? I need y'all. I don't need y'all. You need y'all to get this. But then I need y'all to get this too. Because then we'll all have it together. Because, let me tell you why. Let me give you something different to look at while I tell you why. So, the drug dealer is at his or her highest joy and peace when they re-up. Just like the user is at their highest point of joy when they re-up and get ready to distribute to the body. Just like the police when they get their next drug bust, they are finding their peace and joy. Just like the grower or the maker of the product produces the next batch, they are at their highest point of joy and peace when they can safely distribute to their body. You know how much stress it is? Some of y'all don't know how much stress it is, and some of y'all don't know how much stress it's really not. It all goes back to what your perspective is. If you bugging out, riding around with a quarter ounce, your perspective of the situation having you annoyed, then you're gonna be annoyed with 7 pounds. If you cool with 7 G's, you're gonna be all right with 7 keys, right? Your perspective. So just like when you get your next fix, yeah, because you don't think you on any drug. You don't think you don't think you on any drugs. Let's go here with it. Let's go here with it, right? Because what you desire is your addiction. So maybe you didn't desire the uh, the feeling of being on whatever drug comes to your mind when you get those feelings about whatever it is that comes up in your field of vision when someone starts talking about drugs or the news mentions the word drug or drug dealer or drug deal, right? Doesn't mean that you're not actively addicted. Matter of fact, some of you know you are. But you think it's okay because you're going to say, I'm addicted to Cheetos. I'm addicted to working. I'm addicted to, I'm addicted to, I'm addicted to. If you're honest with yourself, everybody's addicted to something. I'm addicted to money. You see what I'm saying? Now, are you attacking the food and drug? Let's go to space. Let's go wait. See, we space and we microscopic at the same time. That's what's going on up here. So when you see the equation, you see it from the space perspective, but you're also looking at the microscopic at the same time in the sense that you know, and from here to here is infinity. Just like from here to here is infinity. You see what I'm saying? Alright. So are you attacking the food and drug, the FDA, for sugar? Because sugar creates the dopamine impairment. I'm no doctor. But let's look at this graph and for entertainment purposes. Let's talk through it. You get a dopamine impairment. You get this effect, right? And I don't even know what that. I gotta look that word up, but we'll do that later. Somebody look it up. Put it in the comments below. Analgesic, analgesic. I don't know, right? I'm okay with saying I don't know what I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'll know tomorrow because I'm gonna look that shit up. So lower energy expenditure. That's the crash. I can relate to that, right? So then after the crash, you have reduced physical and mental activity, right? So you got your fix. Now you numbed out with it. You know what I mean? You was like, oh, now you numbed out with it. Then you get fat. It increases the fat storage, and then once all that's done and over with, you start craving and having withdrawals for more sugar. Do you think you're not addicted to something? Take the word sugar out. Remember, man of equations, not variables. Take the word sugar out and put in there whatever it is that sends you through this cycle. You see? And that's what you're addicted to. That's your drug. Because everything is a drug. Everything can be a drug. What are you addicted to? What brings you peace and desire? Peace and joy. The rent, your mortgage, it's a drug. You're addicted to it. Right? So, the car, for some people, you know what I mean? If you, people that feel like this don't apply to you, feel like you on a level where this stuff doesn't matter, you're not materialistic, you're aware of the chemical reactions in your body, you're controlling your emotions, then you might understand some of this. Maybe you grasp one new thing from this conversation. If not, we need to share this information. Okay? The clothes, the haircuts, the titles. They're all topics. And what do people do with topics? Huh? You see what I'm saying? And the only reason you have those topics is because they simply beautify. Look, here you go right here. Bam. Man, what the topic? Whether you realize it directly or indirectly, the topic is simply beautifying or altering one's appearance. You cosmetic. Do you wonder why I make songs talking about I know the real you? I know the real you. I need you to know the real you. Because I'm not man made. And when you reach the height, in my opinion, when you start here with your vision, we try to build everything else up in life. You want to build up stacks of money. You want to build up from an apartment to a house to land to a mansion. You want to build up from a Hyundai to a Honda to a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? Why are we not trying as hard to build up our perspective? I didn't get here with it. And then when we get there, we see things differently, and we gotta build from there. Because again, the more you focus on any one point in time and space, the more it expands. So then you get out here with it, and Morpheus up there telling you, what if space isn't the final frontier? What's your field of vision? You feel like you can't be omnipresent with your thoughts because someone told you that was godly, and you afraid of sounding like you too close to being a god. What's your perspective? Because all of that stuff, the cars, the clothes, the hair, the titles, if you can't control your own emotions, the topics are drugs. And just like any other junkie, that topic controls you. I made you my business. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I made the other videos. That's why I do the research. Because I don't want to tell you what I believe. I only talk about what I know. So you're going through this cycle. I guarantee you. What the variable is in your life is personal. It could be variables. Maybe it's plural. Maybe you're multi-junkie. But we all junked out on something. Some people junked out on trying to save the world. Some people junked out on trying to destroy it. But they all, no matter what it is, they all affect function of one's body. If you, look, I don't care if you, Microsoft is a drug. Because it's intended to diagnose, treat, prevent disease, or affect function of one's body. I mean, when you get to a certain perspective, you don't need to be emotionally out of control because it all makes sense. Even if it's something you don't know about, it makes sense because you're going to view it from such a high overview. The truth is always present. You're not caught up on the variables. You know? Like, it's blue. It's Fendi. It's Nike. I don't like blue, Fendi, Nike. Maybe that's this perspective. Or it's blue. I like blue. Oh, whatever, you know? Then up here they're like, I don't even care. It's all fashion. I'm not into fashion. It all blur. It's all, you know, down here. That tree is huge. And it's like, oh wow, we gotta go around the tree, or the mountain's huge. Up here, it might just be just a speck of color change from the surrounding area. And then way up here, You don't even see the shit at all, but you know of its possibility. So you're not, what the fuck, you're not tripping about the emotional part, because those are attachments that can be used as weapons against you. That's what this all does. Topics are weaponized. So think about it. The next time you judge, if you judging a drug dealer, the next time you talking about how there needs to be no drugs, the next time you trying to kick the kids out the neighborhood because they selling drugs, just, get rid of your Microsoft. You know what I mean? Turn your automobile back in and say you don't want it. Stop shopping where you shop. Stop talking about what you talking about and listen. Because you might just expand your field of view. Because everything is topical. See what I'm saying? Alright, let's get into these cards. See what they talking about tonight. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Think about that. Think about that. Like, just think about it. Cause I don't even be trying to be efficient. Be trying, we gotta get to a level where you don't gotta convert. Like there is every color in the rainbow, but you just gotta know what color you are, and you're a part of something together that is complete. Hey, I guess that means something. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Not. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a sec. Those that's been rocking with me, y'all know what I'm doing. I'm getting y'all the actual factual. Those that got something to say about it, this might not be your channel. This might not be the channel for you. You know what I mean? Not no rush. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get it right. Haste makes waste. Give me a second. Alright, right? So Pentacles. Oh, let me let y'all see what it look like. Check that out. This is my Nefertiti deck. I've been avoiding my 8 coins for a minute. I've been in the zone. The goal. I'm trying to get us all to the goal. What y'all seeing that? I know something jumps out to you. Alright, right? So, Two of Coins. name of the card was the Lord of Harmonious Change. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm just grateful. I'm just really grateful to be, to be in a position to do this. I'm just grateful, and I'm grateful for you all. So look, right, the Lord of Harmonious Change. General mean constant change. Constant change. Look, go back to this, right? Constant change. That's what growth is. It's started here and it's just like, and then it's moving up like, that's what you're gonna look like to other people when they see you growing, when they not moving. You see what I mean? When they attitude, when their position is still the same, you're gonna be like to them, because you're growing, you're expanding. And then what happens is you become overwhelming, right? You become overwhelming. You're either too much, you're too much, or you're too much, or you're too fast, or you're too much and fast. Oh my God, why can't you just because you expanded. Right? And then you here with it, you space to them, you out in space. Your view is they can't see you. Because you keep growing and you got so big. Watch this. Look. This you, right? This you right here. You right here. Right in that. That's you. Now watch this. You out the screen. They can't even see you no more. They're looking at you, but they can't see you. They hear you. They listening to you, but they can't hear you. You see what I mean? This is dangerous for a body that's trying to unify, or that needs unification. Now you growth, you constant change. You went all the way up here, you gone to them, you disappeared. You exodus, you hit the exodus on. You know what I'm saying? And their addiction cycle going through, now they to the point of withdrawal. They met you. They was all, then they got, we gonna look this up and find out what happens to them next. Then they were like, yeah, he or she's always like that. Oh, now it's too much. You're always talking about something, big topic, whatever. So that's them going through the reduced physical or mental activity. They turning numb. Then they get increased fat storage. See, their focus at that time in comparison is on some shit that's just weighing everything down so it don't grow. Then they start craving sugar. They're going through withdrawal again. They want the feeling they had when they met you. But because they done went through a cycle, they don't realize. Where is it at? Give me a second. They don't realize that the only war on drugs is themselves. No, you had another wish. Right? You see what I'm saying? Everybody addicted. How many of you know it? That's the question. Alright, let's get back to this car. Because the next thing is under events. Right? Let me give you a close up. I'll give you a close up. You earned it. You earned it. Okay, look. So, unstoppable and ambiguous. Unstoppable and ambiguous. Unstoppable. Where we at? Here. Unstoppable and ambiguous. Your argument suitable for debate. Unstoppable, pertaining of or pertaining to a place. Remember, position is attitude. So, when are you? Do you blindly have an attitude, and you're just unstoppable because you don't even see the cliff? Or do you have the same attitude because you actually see? Are you unstoppable because of your vision? And then this is why people will talk to you or can talk to you, and you'll say or do something, and they'll compare you, or they'll assume that the reason you said it or did it, or what that means that you said or did, was the same thing that they're used to. Last week, this other person, like all their life, whatever, but you knew, and that you knew, like you NEW, and they never took the time to ask you why. Because maybe the reason you're saying it is out of their field of vision. This is what the word topic is, how much control one word has over your life. This is what happens when you see that word like this. You just so chill because it all makes sense. Over here, you don't see the big picture. The topic controls you. Here, you control the topic. Both of y'all feel unstable. Excuse me. Both of y'all feel unstoppable. And the events are unstable. Because when you're here with it, you feel like the person that something's wrong with them. And then when you hear with it, you feel like this person's unstable because they don't see it all. Both of y'all are dealing with trust issues. Now in business, it's a teaching of finance management. Let me get you the card back. Topic, man. Position. What's your attitude? What's your attitude? Are you blind? Topic? Is it blind? Topic? Because the only war on drugs is you, because war means confusion. So if you are you confused with yourself? You at war with yourself? So business is teaching finance management, bookkeeping, word documents, money turnover in the trade field, well income. Because your perspective is going to determine all that. The drug dealer's perspective is that the drug trade is doing pretty good for them or her. For the person that's not involved in that circuit, they got problems with it, or they're just neutral. See what I mean? It's all based on perspective. So your relationships, this card, Two of Pentacles, to a disc with the Ankh signs. In relationships, it means changes to the better. However, gain from one of the partner position attracts, repels. Conscious behavior, which aim is to tie stronger. Time of character polishing. Because again, if you're not in control of your emotions, if you don't have mastery of your emotions, then your limited perspective is going to allow you to be controlled by topics. Presidential debate, candidatal debate. This, we can do this all day. But look, so the health, right? Health improvement, psychological characteristics, curious person, practical, unstable. Two of coins. You see what I'm saying? That this energy of the card, this card matches the topic perfectly. So we got some advice, right? We got some advice. Join today. The advice is try various. Look, I can't make this. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. This is this. I just told y'all this. Watch. Try various variants. This is the advice of this card. Try various variants. Reconsider some variants. Now I know that says so little, but to me, what that sentence is translating is this right here. Let me get this out your way. If you want a personal reading, hit me up. You got some questions? The energy's already within you. I'm just gonna. Anyway, look. So try various variants. Reconsider some variants. See, because you tried this variant, try some other variants. Maybe you wind up trying this one. Maybe you tried this one. And like I said, maybe you need to reconsider this one. Or maybe you hear and you need to reconsider that one to get, and then that might bring you here. But then don't act like once you get here, there's still some view beyond that. You just gotta be open to the infinity of the topic. You gotta be open to infinity. I'm your vaccine. So the warning with this card is do not take up two deeds at one time. So that's really powerful statement, because I'm gonna tell you, it sounds too easy to be real, but if you have different stances, that's two deeds at one time. You see, when you let emotions sway you, I just did life vibe series. Check it out. Based off of some information I got out of this book. Go check those out. We covered the emotions. Spoke on it a little bit from the book Power vs. Force, and there was 14 I know off the top of my head, and they had a few more in there that I didn't cover. So if you just it's saying do not take up two deeds at one time. So the moment you allow yourself to find peace here, joy there, and then blame and guilt here, or anger or fear, you're taking up more than one deed at a time. So now, to me, what that just did for me, based off of my North Star plane of field of view way out there in space, is it made me realize that only being focused on truth, the equation, not the variable, is me taking up one D, period. And that might be the only way that really works like that. So the result, the card says the result is change your decision. Literally, that's what it says. So if this is your view, to get here, no matter how right you think you are when you get here, involves a change of your decision. I'm Pasha Pyro, YNS7. Thank you for tuning. The replay.
Like restaurant attendants, service calls, private practice, first cash app and trash bags, private school trending factors, we lit trademarks and hashtags. Who that in the foreign? That's my business. Heard your global tour, that's my business. Baby, here I am. Know you have another wish. I got money.
Alright, I'm out.